Look at her. Oh, Vanjie.
It's Vanjie.
Your former lover, your now good friend. You know, we saw a lot of the two of you together on Drag Race, but what's something we did not see?
Us making out in the vans.
Right?
I mean, it was basically that. Like we didn't spend a lot of time together, unfortunately.
Right. Just had to stolen kisses.
Yeah, it was very stolen kisses, like just like little pecks here and there, like little moments. It was cute though. It felt like it was very like junior high love, like where you can't really do anything, but you're just like.
Now, after so you had the showmance, which as we know was just like a little bit of fun here and there. So then when the show was done, but before the finale, what happened then?
Well, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it just because this is also a two-sided thing, and I don't want to. He's a very private person.
Sure.
And so we dated for I think 3 months afterwards, and it just didn't work out. So we decided to end it and just kind of become friends. And it was still really important to both of us that we stayed friends through all of this because I love him and he's someone I want to have in my life forever. And I think he feels the same way. So we ended things, and then by the time the show started back up, like we were just kind of in a good place and were able to enjoy it together as friends, which was really, really cool.
Was it weird once you got home to be like, where are all the cameras? We're used to doing this in front of the cameras, and where are the other girls? I want to make it feel as comfortable as we always had it there.
It was nice. Like we got to like kind of be a couple for a little while.
Right.
Like it was really nice, and it was kind of weird though, because like every time like we'd go in public, because no one knew who I was, but everyone knew who he was. So it was kind of like. I felt like we had to be very careful.
Right.
A little bit.
No spoilers.
Yeah. And also you sign those NDAs and you don't want to like spoil anything. And
yeah.
It was just it was a weird situation.
There's something kind of sweet though about that one pocket of time, because after Drag Race is over, obviously no one knows that it's happening for a whole nother year or however many months. So that is like your last private moment before the world kind of knows who you are and then gets all in your business.
Yeah, treasure that time. I mean, it's at the minute it starts, they are just on you. It's crazy and it's wonderful. And so many like I owe my life to it, but it is a lot. It can be a lot. Like you have days where you just like, I just turn off my phone and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to look at it.
Doing Drag Race is hard because people have so many opinions, but then throw in this sort of romance, people's expectations, their dreams, what they want drama, they want this, they want that. That must have been something to sort through.
Yeah, it's hard. And like, it's just like, but you just have to remember where it's coming from. Like you have to, I knew what my intentions were. I knew my feelings were real and I knew how I felt. So I was good. Like I was fine. But it is hard to like have all these people throw things at you and think they know what went on and know what happened when they really have no idea. And that's fine. Not everyone has to know everything.
Well said, Brooke Lynn. Look at her. Naysha Lopez. Aww. She crowned you Miss Continental.
She did. I met her for the first time the year she won Miss Continental. And I didn't realize until after she won that she was a boy. Because again, the pageant is kind of dominated by trans women. And we have registration, interview, rehearsals, all these other things to do besides the actual pageant. It's like a whole 4-day event. And every time she was at any of those things, she was done in day drag, a light lash, and she's so beautiful and tiny. And so I just thought she was one of the girls.
Right.
I didn't realize she was a boy queen until like, I think it was like final night, and she was like getting into like her gown, and I was like, oh, okay, work. Never mind. Or I think I saw her like the day after the pageant, and I was like, she was just like in boy clothes. I was like, okay, cool. But she's so fun. She's a kiki. I love Naysha. I always have a good time whenever I see her in Chicago and at any like Continental event. And
we didn't really get to know her that well on Drag Race, and we've had her on Qween, and she's lovely.
Lovely.
What do people don't know about Naysha Lopez?
She's so funny. She's so funny. I just like, she always like, she gets really butch sometimes. She's like, you know, Mary, like, she'll talk to me like this, like when she gets really intense about something, and like this Puerto Rican jumps out and she just gets real hood real quick, and I live. Because like, and I think a lot of people don't know, they see her as like Naysha Lopez, like the beauty.
Right.
The beauty. So she's really, really funny, and she's a kiki, and we have a good time.
And if you're sleeping on Naysha Lopez, go back and look at some of her pageant performances
Oh, bitch.
because,
Yes.
sweetie,
Honey.
yes,
Turn talent every time.
you do not win Miss Continental by being a shrinking violet, honey.
No, ma'am.
You have to serve.
No, that is a talent competition, so.
Look at her. Raja Gemini.
Oh.
Now, you were in the First Wives Fight Club
First
with
Wives
Peaches
Fight Club.
Christ, Ginger Minge, and Raja.
Can I tell you, I had so much fun. That was one time in my career that I really surprised myself because it was like a full-on acting thing, which, as we've seen from the show, not my thing. But it was my thing. I was really good. Like, and people told me I was really good. I was like, are you just being nice or was I actually good? They were like, no, you were good. And I was like, work, okay, cool. I played Goldie Hawn's character, which was amazing. And Raja was Diane Keaton.
Yep.
And Ginger Minge was Bette Midler. And Peaches was Helena. She was the Helena Bonham Carter from Fight Club.
Right.
Mixed with the girl who killed herself at the beginning of First Wives. It was a weird mashup, but it was so fun. We were actually supposed to reprise it with me, Varla Jean Merman, and Nina West in Fort Lauderdale in March, but wah, wah, wah. Yeah, hopefully.
Now, when Raja was here, she said she had a difficult time during that production and that Ginger had to sit her down and be like, I understand you're having a moment, but we have a show to do.
Oh, yeah.
What was your experience with that?
I love Raja so much. She did struggle. We had it was a big script, and we had 2 days to get through it. And Raja, as we all know, is a bit of a stoner and is just kind of off in her own little universe a lot of the time. So I think it was very hard for her. I don't think she had read the script before she came to rehearse. Maybe she had. I feel like she had not. And she had her part had literally the most lines. Like, she had these big chunks of dialogue. She was really kind of the main character.
Right.
So it was really hard. She had big cue cards in the front row.
She did?
Yeah, it was kind of, but it worked so well because like these shows are not meant to be taken super seriously.
Yes.
So we had the full spectrum. We had Ginger, who's like the consummate
Super pro.
professional, knew she was incredible, knew everything. There was me, who was in the middle, who semi knew what I was doing was good, and then Raja, who just didn't know what was happening a lot of the times. But it worked. There were so many moments that like just happened on stage that were so funny, and that we all just broke character and started laughing.
Anything in particular you can remember?
I just remember this one time, Raja missed a cue or something, and then she realized that like 5 minutes later, she tried to say the line, and Ginger was like, "We already said that!" And I think I was like drinking champagne at the time, but I just like spit my drink everywhere. And just like little moments, like Ginger would add in, like she added in like a jab about my Celine Dion performance in Snatch Game. There's a lot of like ad-libbing throughout it as we got more comfortable. But Raja really, like, for never doing a show like that before, she did a really good job, and like she really did have a lot of lines. And she was funny, and she was so Diane Keaton in like that spastic kind of, oh, what's happening? Who, me? way. Like, it was good. And fucking Ginger is incredible, and Peaches is incredible, and I would kill to do that show again. I would love to go and tour that.
Yeah, I was out of town when you guys did it, but God, it seemed like it was such a fun show.
It was really fun. You know who actually came, which was really cool, because she was one of the guest judges on Snatch Game, Clea Duvall.
Oh, yeah.
She came to the show in LA, and she came backstage, and it was actually kind of a nice moment because she saw me do my Celine Dion.
Right.
And then she saw me do this. She was like, "You were really good." And I was like, "Thank you."
Thank you,
I'm not horrible.
redemption.
Thank you. I had a little, I like an unexpected redemption.
Love it.
I know.